thy peace, God of my salvation. Because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. That's a people day. Make him a throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when my like my Puzzy speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat, and not press the poor. Make up what I seen to. Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see, they didn't sell out Rasta and sell out Babylon. They give a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see, they can sell out Rasta and sell out. I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the fight. Give a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Give a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let them see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one, bring him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a block? Bring him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad. Too long in our little ghetto, run keep going on, let's process. For children of Israel do really love rights. And I as a watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, night. We gonna touch down Babylon walls. Prepare every the way. Prepare every the way for jumping. Let's go. Fight down, war cry. Fight down, listen Rastafari. War and cry and do the righteousness. And we love God. And we love God. Jah Rastafari. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Save all people. We love Jah. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We save all people. Put time away, put time away. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I as the watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel. I should never hold like this, but we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna pass down Babylon gates. Prepare we the way. Prepare we the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down war and fight. Fight down war and fight. Rastafari, war and fight. And build up righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love all. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love all. We love Jah.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome, one and all. Thank you for joining us this morning. How are you all doing? Last night, we never feel up to it. And we're going to take a week break after today's show. Yes, one needs the mental break. One's going to take a week break after this morning's show. But somebody please tell the government there are many different directions. There's U-turn, reverse, a left turn, a right turn. But the government going forward and NIDs, even now the courts seem to want to, the government seem to want to violate the court's ruling on NIDs. Prime Minister, there are several ways that you can go forward, but not in this particular route, Prime Minister. Stop, walk and push the NIDs on the people. We have ID. We have ID, Prime Minister. ID that is good enough to travel many countries in the world. It's good enough to identify with. The ID what we use for vote, Prime Minister. Morning, everybody. Honor, welcome, one and all. Thank you for joining us. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good morning and welcome. The Prime Minister and the NIDs, I get on my nerve. Because, to say, them run the same narrative in a burial. Oh, if we had NIDs, it would be so easy to do this and that. How on earth does NIDs, when Beryl and Melissa is not the two first hurricane, how is it that the Melissa it caused a difficulty into the distribution of aid? It hampers the distribution of aid. How so? When a lot of us alive, I remember hurricane from Beryl and from Gilbert, even though all we remember is that on a thief, everything will come for every hurricane. But how come NIDs are going to make it difficult? These people need to stop the pushing of NIDs upon the people. There are several ways our passport can identify us. Driver's license, voter's ID, TRN, and all of these different identification mechanism. Why the government want us to have one ID that is not going to somewhere. So if we get NIDs, are we gonna abandon the passport and use NIDs for travel? Aren't we going to still use, because NIDs is a national ID? Why do we need a voter's ID is a national ID as well? A national ID is an ID issued by the government, you idiots. Hmm? A national ID to be banned in the argument of, oh, we need a national ID. A voter's ID is a national ID. So if we don't want a mandatory national ID, make the voter ID mandatory and make everybody have to vote mandatory, then you can solve the problem. But as for the NIDS Prime Minister, the court said drop it. Yeah? Find a different direction. If you want to make something mandatory, what me would agree with is make the voters ID and voting mandatory. That is what you would have my support pan. And then we know that have a hallelujah at the poll when the 100% of eligible voters go vote and you don't have money to buy a vote for everybody. So we agree with that. But the NIDS Prime Minister, it now go cancel out with driving license. That's not my understanding. It now go cancel out with passport. We still are required to have a voter's ID as well, isn't it? So it's not like them are bringing one thing where I go cancel out the rest and we just use that one ID for that purpose. No, it's just another piece of document will provide them more control over what they want with biometric and with DNA and all of them something there. That's the problem. Hmm? Because it's all about control. It's not really about making our life easier or better. Certainly not. It's not about making our life easier or better. So me not see what the Prime Minister push. If people want to replace them voters ID, them passport, them driver's license, hurry up and do that. We not call something there for we know. Call Perlina for we. Cause we're gonna drag her up this morning. Cause me tell you say PNP a bullshit with. I mean not the bullshitting with nobody. So call. Call Perlina Patterson for with this morning. Call PJ Girlfriend for with this morning. Call Philip Powell. Make me ask the idiot something. Big fool. Big old fool. When you think of JBC and RGR, they're gonna can come out here complain and think to say, oh, people don't know say a game and I play. Where is Perlina? Come here, Perlina. Perlina say they want full transparency from JPS after the 7% hike in electricity bills. Why am I annoyed? Because PNP have a mainstream media fetish. PNP have a mainstream media fetish where they feel good, they feel seen, they feel a part of when they get to speak to the main media. But Perlina come out here and ask for full transparency. What Perlina ought to do, and this is what irritates me about the people. The PAAC, Public Appropriations and Administrations Committee. The PNP chairs that committee. JPS, the price hikers, have a joint merger with the government. the two of them in partnership. JPS also provide a public service to the state. Parliamentary Committee, PAAC, have the power, that the PNP chair, not the JLP chair at the moment, the PNP have the power to summon the JPS executive or whoever from JPS they want to come and explain to them. The PAC have the power to summon them to come to Parliament, come answer questions. And if they fail, I do believe they have the power to subpoena them. And if you subpoena them and they don't turn up, it's a contempt of Parliament. So they must turn up when they're being summoned or subpoenaed by Parliament, Parliamentary Committee to come and answer questions. Public appropriations and administration. So we're Perlina come out here and ask for accountability for. Pull them in front of the committee and they'll have to answer questions. These people are telling us that PNP are play with us. PNP is a part of the talking shop. They are the patsies of the government choir. Because when them ready to come out and come sing bullshit for mislead with, rather than do something robust what they can do. Why not pull them in front of the committee to explain the price hike? Little girl, why not pull them in front of the committee to explain the price hike? Where I ask them for accountability for. No, we just lend JPS the money in Jamaica. Jesus. You see, if Jamaica people don't wait, I take about a week rest, because me one now got tired about myself and Jamaica people sit down about them business. Jamaica people, here, we just take with tax money, and pay catastrophe ban insurance. Donald Trump and the United Nations and Andrew Holness liquid down, and we get the payout of the insurance. The government make a drink some of my cayenne pepper tea. The government take the $150 million and lend to JPS under the pretense that JPS are going to make we get back like quicker. Hey. Then JPS and the government grow in the corner and say, look here, the fuck of them are fool, Make we put on 7% pound them bill, raise them bill by 7%, and collect that and use back that same money, make them same money. After we take the insurance money and lend it to you, we are going to charge them for pay uno back for them 150 million US. Whoa. I wonder if you understand, see, so you go. You understand, see, so you go? So the reason for the 7% rise, and money them a scoop out of your pocket, JPS is scooping money out of your pocket to pay you, the people of Jamaica, back. That, so who lose? Who? I don't want to cuss this morning. Who lose? JPS lose something? You and JP, oh, Jesus. Money laundering and highway open-eyed robbery. Listen, Jamaica people, I'm so frustrated. Because nobody now, see, where they on the ground now see nothing where I go on, just lap up and scoop up everything so. No, sir. Lose twice. And we are going to even lose more than the twice. Because we still not going to get no light. The light what we paid, the 150 million, remember in Jamaica, I live there, we live there. We pay them, we lend them $150 million. Them come back in our pocket when we are asleep, come take out back the 150 million where we lend them and thief with money and give it, say them pay we back. And under the pretense that them are going to give we light, and we still not go get the light. You don't understand? So when light go off 10 o'clock in the morning and probably not come back here tomorrow, and that we pay the 150 million for plus 7%. So do you understand that we lost 300 million US dollars? No, do you understand that the 350 million US dollars that them tell we say, Lord Jesus is to get bright with maths? No, sir. But we have to work out the con. Remember the initial argument, JPS needed about $350 million. When Mark Golden and them question them said we don't care about where them get the other 200 million from. Now we know the OUR is giving 50 million or loosen up 50 million for them. And we pay 300 million Jamaica dollar, US dollar. You understand, Jamaica? We don't understand, say, out of the 350 million what JPS want, we pick up 300 million. If we lend them 150 million already, and then them raise our bill by 7% to accumulate back that 150 million US to pay way back. We picked up 300 million US of that bill. Unless that's me work out. Even if that's not so go, me know say me not understand maths, me know say me not fit trouble maths, but I have to so go. It can't go nowhere, no other else, eh? How else it a go? Andrew Oldness. Oh yes, Abena, you can. How else it a go Prime Minister and Darrell Vaz and Faval Williams? This is why them don't want to have the conversation about the 150 million, and now it turn out. Now it turn out that at 300 million US dollar it costs we. Me can work out the percentage and the galangin pan the 7% rise over a 5-year period, how much JPS would accumulate island wide, me no know. But all me know say we lose twice. We lose twice. Because if we lend them the money, that should offset the price hike, because we lend them the money so they don't have to go, they go struggle to get the money for do what they want to do in it. Me know me a maths a first cause real sweet. But I saw me I work out the maths for the government this morning. It can't go nowhere else but so. How else if it go? How else it go if we lend 150 million US dollar, then price hike, and Philip Palwell I come tell them say give a full transparency. Why don't you do your job, Philip Palwell and Peter Bunting? Why don't Peter Bunting and Philip Palwell do their job by pulling JPS in front of the Public Administration and Appropriations Committee? That's what needs to happen. So then come explain themselves to the country. Don't ask these crooks to provide transparency where you know you're not going to get the right place to drill them in front of the world is Parliament, so the whole world can see the lie or the truth. But don't come out here, come ask the this is the PNP. The PNP have a fetishness with the RGR and JBC bullshit, but they're politicians anyway. One would accept that. Politicians generally are that daft where they think only RGR and JBC exists. Hmm? Stop play with we. PNP, stop play with us. This is playing. No go to no media go about we want this and we want that. No, you know what to do. Trust me. Hmm? Uno can't pull JPS in front of uno for answer questions. Of course, you all have the power. You can pull JPS in front of you. You can pull Darrell Vaz ministry in front of you. So stop bullshitting us. Hmm? Stop bullshitting us. Why Parliament should have gone pan break so quick? Hmm? Why Parliament gone pan break so quick when the country have so much to deal with? Parliament can run all the way down to the 19, given that we're in an unprecedented moment. But then again, we leader with our foreign every day. I doubt if when the storm blow Jamaica, Andrew Holness did in Jamaica. Excuse me, they make me take off my heels and ears ring. Me turn up and push her, push whoever you lick this morning a bean and me push them give you. Me tired of the bumbo ass cloth, thief in government, dirty thinking, boot. No, make with that. But Lord God Almighty, at the PAAC, at the last PAC, JPS didn't turn up to give a January deadline to the present. What Parliament ought to do, if when they summon JPS, because this is since the price hike we're talking about now, but if they summon JPS and JPS fail to turn up, then you subpoena them. You subpoena them and they fail to turn up. It's a contempt of Parliament, which they can be held liable for. They know. How the vehicle them out of the open blowing fast? Somebody in the road I know I'm moving. They have the tools. They must know how to use them. And Palwell especially should be preempting this conversation. Why? Because to say JPS has already warned us before Melissa hit. So if we prepare for a price rise. But then we never know, say, we still are going to take with insurance money and we're going out to do the hope of blowing. Something is going on out there. We never know, on top of that, say, we are going to pay, we are going to take up with insurance money. We have take up Jamaica people off of the dot to lend JPS to do nothing. To do nothing at all. And then when the so-called light come back, how much hour the day we are going to have it for? You know see how much we lose? You know see how much we lose? Because when they come back, that's what, you know hear how long, you know what they know, say a long time I tell Jamaica people. Yeah, me know expensive. But invest in a solar panel. Because over time, coming off the grid, save you money. Money where you can't take the same thing else. The government a whole we done on a robbery. From we know JPS in our country. JPS have been robbing and stealing from us without providing us a service. And we have to pick up the bill, the double bill for JPS now, because we have to lend them money and then raise the electricity bill by 7% per week. We're always coming out at a loss. we always coming out at a loss. Jamaica people, we did have a gas riot. We not go have a JPS riot. Oh, Jamaica people gone backwards, so. Jamaica people, everything the government come with them just say, all right, I saw it go. We will make a way. Go on, make a way then. Hmm? Go and make a way, but me I tell Andrew Holness, riot I go broke out in a Jamaica. That me I tell you from Melissa. Say stop strike the matches, Prime Minister. Hmm? Prime Minister, one whole keg of kerosene I'll dash upon the floor. Stop strike the matches in our country. Me I warn you this morning. Hmm? Hmm? Can you get up and walk and strike the matches every day, you know? And you think say one day it now go just blow up so poof. Stop walk and strike the matches in our country. And that me I tell you. Hmm? That me I tell you, just stop walk and strike the matches. Find something else to do. Me know the devil find work for idle hands, Prime Minister. Prime Minister will know so the devil find work for idle hands. But find something else though. Prime Minister, this is one of the other show of you moving forward to dictatorship. This thing has been explored through the court, Prime Minister. And the court say you cannot use NIDs as a barrier to access government services. You can use NIDs if people want to accept it voluntarily, Prime Minister. But there are other forms of ID that you can use to identify yourself where a NIDs is required. And Prime Minister, you must stop waste time. Stop walk and tell the lie, the same lie where you fight where you over. The same lie where you go toe to toe with. Stop walk and tell the whole heap of lie. Needs Prime Minister, don't prevent UNO from distributing resources to the people. It don't stop you from identifying nobody. Because in a disaster, Prime Minister, what you are saying to us, you know, if I cannot tell that you're a Jamaican and you live in the disaster zone and you live over that yard, you're not even gonna get food to eat. Prime Minister, that's cruelty. Prime Minister, that's heartless. Hmm? Prime Minister, I remember when the Grenfell disaster in London, northwest London. For days we just got Grenfell, go eat a ton up, cry, see what we can do, help take aid out of the truck into the. We just do anything what we can do. Prime Minister, I never see no and this was why Prime Minister, a lot of people got in trouble then because people exploited the system then. I do understand the exploitation that can happen in a time like now because I remember when people just sign up and get money so in a Grenfell just so because there it was a disaster. So the official way you do things were kind of set aside for a while. And after that, a lot of people get in trouble. So your push, Prime Minister, in the depth of a disaster to identify people who are homeless, Prime Minister, that's cruelty. No Jamaican from outside of the disaster zone now go get up come in a disaster zone to come get benefit what we know Jamaica government no do. This is not England or America or Europe where give out benefits. You know the amount of money people get in a Grenfell Prime Minister, even though some of them get it fraudulently. Hmm? And some of them end up a prison and all that for it. But The rigidness of the system, Prime Minister, was dropped so you can pay attention to the people in disaster. The people them can get all of the resources what they need. We saw the push in burial, and now we come back with the same bullshit again.
For the National Identification System NIDS after Hurricane Beryl devastated the island's southern parishes. In fact, the Social Security Minister, Colonel Charles Jr., argues the program could have significantly accelerated relief efforts.
With numerous $400,000 grants recently issued to families who were affected by the storm, the Prime Minister says the need for a streamlined and transparent identification system has never been clearer. Ramon Gordon has the details.
If you want to get a benefit from the government, you cannot be anonymous.
Beryl makes as
Prime Minister, nobody is saying, stop it. Stop it, Prime Minister. This is one of the broad-based bullshit that you do. Nobody is saying that government should just hand out things willy-nilly to people. Everybody know when you're interacting with government, there's always a way of identifying yourself, Prime Minister. So stop the bullshit. Nobody is saying that. Don't broad base it. What we are saying, we have many ways of identifying ourselves. Why you stray away from that and make it look like Jamaican and an ID and you offer ID to the people and the people that are refused? Why you keep doing it? It doesn't make one blind different. It doesn't make anything easier. It doesn't change your name or face. All it does, Prime Minister, it gives you the power to lock we into a system of control. Stop forcing into your agenda. You don't even have the respect to talk to you about the hope of bullshit where you walk and draw winner. But you just want to come willingly. That you see how the labor right them. You see how the labor right them. We identify them one and push them off a bridge.
greater case as any for a national identification system. That's according to the government, which today ostensibly relaunched its campaign for NIDS. The Social Security Ministry has been on the ground in the hardest hit regions following Beryl, which pummeled southern parishes on July 3. While recovery is progressing at a steady pace, Labor Minister Colonel Charles Jr. contends a national identification program would have expedited efforts.
H-O-W-O-E. How would people get things faster because of an ID? So here, Colonel Charles. Actually, we don't have ID. Make how much $1 billion in aid and donation not to spend yet. Because we don't have no ID, we couldn't decide what to do with it yet. The $22 million worth of aid in food, shelter, material, and all sorts where the US send. Colonel Charles, is it because you can't find weapon you need system why we not get it? So our ID have the WAF, Colonel Charles. Look how WAF pack up 214 overflowing with pallets of aid. Our ID can't it, Colonel? We not stop the bullshit. Stop bullshitting the people. Why you don't take them go dash back in the sea or tell America if you come take them back up because then they are while? No, somebody go open wholesale hardware store and all sorts.
As a country, come to a place where we have our data in a structured way, so we don't have to be running around to identify persons. We must be able to identify them.
We are paying enough to run, Jankro. Jankro, we are paying enough to run, so we don't have to run for fine way. Run. Calm yourself down. Don't go haywire this morning. We ought to have our data in a structured way. So how is our data now, Colonel Charles? But then again, Sophia Longmore said, we're a superpower country. You see the backward bullshit and the whole heap of fuckery. You see the backward bullshit and the whole heap of fuckery. That's why I'm supposed to push labor rights off of the bridge. Because otherwise we're not gonna get rid of that dunceness here in Jamaica, because them keep teaching it. Dunceness perpetuated. Colonel Charles is not all that dunce though. But because they are being so deliberate with it, they are so fake with it. We need to have our data in a structured way. Like how you take the man them upon your wife in a structured way, Colonel Charles. Me said, I be a batty man around Jamaica. Jamaica, we no dirty entertainers, we no dirty bad man. We are we poor bad man, poor gay man and gay man over the gully wanna have chen for Jankro. Wanna have to love up and rub up the rich batty man them forget what no one figure. Pussy, you think you can talk to me? No, literally. No, dirty entertainer oh dear. Would you think you can talk to me? Me say if you think you can talk to me. The whole I know about cat, you know? The whole I know about cat. COVID make we know COVID open out all of the about cat them. All of the social mouth them. All of them who they are love up with rich battyman round and back while them a bun poor battyman. We know the whole I know, you know? Because be a battyman around Jamaica right now and the whole I know silence. We have a cabinet of puffs in our country. And the whole I know silent. The whole I know dirty entertainer. But when I look some little poor battyman and I come bus shot out of them, bus shot under your mama, little boy. When you entertain a boy, bus shot under your mama. Because when the battyman, look how battyman take the country and do it. And not a word from honor. Not a word, you know. Not a word. The whole entertainment and Rastafarian community style it because some of them are friend. The Batman Tony Rebel and the Batman Sizzler and the Holy and the Batman Capleton and them will love up and hug up with the room. Pussy got him in the ear. Got him in the ear because I love up and kiss up Rome. We don't know better than Haile Selassie, but it go bow down in front of Elizabeth the harlot and the thief and orals. Anyway, get back to Charles.
Come to a place where we have our data in a structured way, so we don't have to be running around to identify persons. We must be able to identify Jamaicans, where you are, what are your circumstances. Whatever the adjustments that are needed, Prime Minister, I am now perhaps your number one support for that national identification system to come into place.
The Minister.
So for your head, we need to chop off first. I feel we need to chop off first. Because you're behind the Prime Minister in bringing it in. And the only way the Prime Minister can bring it in the way you want it, under dictatorship. Because the court already said it violates with fundamental right. What the government want, it have to be voluntarily. If we feel like accept on a mark of the beast, we accept it. If we don't feel like accept the mark of the beast, then we don't accept it. Move on and find something else, though. Move on and find something else, though. Because I know everybody are going to accept it. A labor right alone are going to sacrifice themselves. A labor right alone a lamb to slaughter around here. A labor right alone have free blood for a vampire suck out. So find another way. Because if people feel like they want to accept it, they accept it. If they don't want, they accept it. If they don't accept it, you're going to still know that I'm Wayne Forbes. The fact that I don't have NIDs do not change the fact that I'm still Wayne Forbes. It doesn't change the fact that I'm a tyrant. Doesn't change the fact that I'm an idiot, nor a poof. Doesn't really change the fact. What's the purpose of it? It gives the government my biometric data to put into their system of control, where they can shut me down or where they can send a virus or a biological agent after me. No, with the wickedness, man. My problem with Andrew Holness, though, is how Andrew Holness sleepwalking the people of Jamaica. We are literally being sleepwalked into this disaster. Literally being sleepwalked. But the junker them start little work and the galangin down a parity now. Let's just take a snippet of it.
Whoa. So go on. Any amount of stone are coming,
Those
people.
boulders are what they're going
Any
to
amount of
use
stone.
to pack the
Yeah. I love that.
the trench, and I think they're gonna use some to build a seawall at the
So the
front
Prime
where
Minister
the water
passed
break
through
and the
and
sea
he says he's going to relocate who he can relocate. You know, I quote, you know, Prime Minister said he's gonna relocate who he can relocate.
Don't
I
mind
mean,
him,
that
let
is
him
a
look
good
to
thing.
keep.
Or at least he's watching the videos. I mean, so the Prime Minister come through for the people. Well, let's just hope it's not only talk. You understand? And we need to see some action. All right. Money. So heavy equipment then I place some people. Yeah. Heavy equipment then I place any amount of material there. As I say, it's a good look. All right, I go walk over here. So, whoa, mosquito them is a nuisance. Jeez, peace, my viewers. Jaja, so I carry go over here so and show you what really are going. Jaja, so the water are coming so violent, my viewers. Yeah? Look how the water violent. Oh. The water coming so violent, my viewers. Jaja. This I want to hold it more material, but it's what it is. So, greatest thing, it start. You understand? It's a start.
Well, let's start to join
to start
back
at
the
one, not true?
road.
Yeah.
Hold on.
We start at one. Yeah, man. You couldn't walk come out here, so. We can walk come out here, so now.
They start to join back the road already. So
walk come out here, so what you know,
where
if you see that? It's a
no
good look.
current,
It's a good look.
people
I mean,
can pass
yeah,
on
but
foot.
the water
Not
rush,
really
you can see
big,
the water
yeah.
rush over same way out I see.
But
You know? So let's
people
hope
can
so.
pass
Let's
on
hope so
foot,
when
you know.
when it fully covered, you know, it stop. Jaja. The excavator. Jaja, no. I think they would not use much more silty soil than boulders because you can see the water run through the boulders them.
Now the boulders
Jaja,
will go hold the dirt and everything
right.
in place. If you just put dirt, it just continue washing away. But
And my viewers, guess
I
who was
would
supposed to be here
suggest
today?
is that they pour
Fabian.
concrete
Jamaica
over
walk
the
by. Tell me
boulders.
say I come. You know, see him, you know what I mean? And yo, Noel, I'm supposed to be there this morning with me, but it is what it is. Big up on yourself, Fabian. Big up yourself, Noel. Understand? I big up on myself, my subscribers who constantly watch me thing and send out me thing and I like and subscribe. You know what I mean? So top of the morning again and blessings, you know? Oy.
I think it would be stronger if they pour concrete. Once they pack all of the boulders in, they pour concrete
Something
before
because
they packed it with dirt
the water rushing like
and
say
all
yo.
of that, because
Yeah, out of the sea like it late to go
that will
somewhere.
help to keep it much
You see
firmer
how the
from
water
the
rushing? So me tell you say the
from
whole across them wetland there. Whole across the land over there so. Understand? Whole of them land
once
over there so
this
go
is
flood out.
blocked, yeah,
Whole of them land there go
then
flood
the
out.
creek
You know?
further down the road is
Whole of them land there go flood
open.
out.
It will lead the water out of the community. When the tide is high, yes, you'll have water coming up higher, but the people the water will continuously go into the pond.
Every day.
The pond soon starts subside as well, because once the creek open and the rest of water lead to the sea closer down one creek, we have no closer down to crane. Trust me, they all them need to do is come start patch up back the land. But what party people also need to do, those who have vehicle or whatever little stone you can find, to come pack round and round on a house. That's the best thing, because the mall
Pull, Jano, pull.
with the government I go go
Pull,
I
Jano,
go
pull.
to pack
Along the the advertisement. They wouldn't know
the
them
mall with
something
the
there, no.
government
No,
go
they
to
wouldn't know
pack
them something.
round there. That mall is no use.
I try. Viewers,
Really needed
look when the dog them across the water.
to pack
The dog them across the
them
water.
places, as well as we need to strengthen on a
Dog across the water, that's another people.
mason them down the know one way how to strengthen on a foundation. I build that thing around it. All I have to do is cancel on the mason. Labor right, you know, so we dog them have more sense down. You know? Labor rights! Even with dog them have sense.
Yes, my viewers, we there
Labor
from
right.
bleach
The
for the
labor rights
excavator
I the labor
open.
rights them a follow Andrew Holness and this fuckery. You see, if you labor right them in a parliament and you labor right them across Jamaica was keeping Andrew in check, Andrew wouldn't turn such a demon, you know. Andrew wouldn't turn such a demon, but the country turned into a one-man show. The country turned into a one-man show. It's what Andrew Holness says. If Andrew Holness say kill, them say one bro God. I mean, I know people can be stupid, and society do need a bit of stupid people because them provide a balance to sensible people like me. But when you become so overly stupid, it becomes a concern. Because the stupidity of labor rights is going to destroy Jamaica. Me not ask nobody that. Me I tell you. Because we are on the verge of extinction in Jamaica at the moment as the African descent. Because first thing, the American them send the hope of GM food Congo, no, and no sperm and no egg them a die out like wild goose. So we can produce to keep up. And then them are going to bring in all sorts from China, India, Dubai, and us. Do you understand where Jamaica is really going? Do you all understand where Jamaica is really going? They first came in as indentured workers. Now they're coming as investors. Don't you see that our situation have not changed. We are still the market tillers. And I want to find something from Pastor Sandra. Pastor Sandra did an important piece the other day. That's why we are still higgler. Pastor Sandra did something on discrimination in Jamaica, because I don't think Jamaicans, this is what I tell these people say, history is important. But you see, history for Jamaicans, both Labour Right and PNP, they are so dunce that both of them will spend hours and hours debating Michael Manley and Buster. Hours and hours debating Michael Manley and Buster. Hold on, I need to find a video for you. No need to do it on the computer. Debating Manley and Buster, and have no knowledge of history of themselves, or why is it that we are in the position we are in. I mean, I'm fed up. I'm honestly fed up with the way Jamaicans are just useless and lackadaisic and just turn themselves over to be abused by the state. That's the most I can say. Because she did something. She did something. Hold on there. She did something on discrimination the other day. I want to find it for you. Hold on. Is it this one? Yes. Because some of you don't really understand the position we're in and why we have these repeated scenarios around us as people. We think things around us are an act of God, or are just because we're poor, or because we walk over and God a punish we, and because a woman commits sin in the garden, and all the fuckery of tainted education. Other than the cruelty, the actual engineered cruelty that we engage on a day-to-day basis.
The 1940s to the 1960s, the early 1960s. We were a British colony at the time, and so our society was shaped by race, class, and British colonial culture. Now, at the time, the society, we had the whites at the top of the society, the mixed races in the middle, and at the bottom of the society, we had the black masses. All right. So also, in terms of class, we had the wealthy, the middle classes, and the working poor at the bottom of the society. So one would say that in terms of opportunities in the society, race, class, and wealth played a major role. The lighter someone is the more access they would have to education. They would have greater opportunities for jobs in the society, and also in terms of social mobility. The lighter you were, the more likely you would be to move up the social ladder. So you find that at that time, people would aspire to marry somebody who was lighter in complexion, because it was their belief that this would be their ticket out of poverty. So the prevailing norms in the society, remember I said that our society was shaped by British colonial culture, which means that the institutions within the country, like the justice system, school, church, and so on and so forth, would have British norms, and also with the norms would come the prejudices in the society. So at that time, for example, in the banks, the clerical positions, the teller position, the managerial positions were all filled by, if not foreign expatriates from Britain or from Canada, would be filled by white Jamaicans. It was not illegal for a Black person who had the requisite qualifications to be employed in a bank. However, the prevailing norm of the society was that it would be somebody of a lighter skin tone. And these were things that were accepted in the society, and they were seen as normal, right? You find that employers would lean towards employing someone who was from one of the elite schools. And when I say elite schools at that time, I'm talking about Wolmer's, I'm talking about St. George's College, I'm talking about KC, Kingston College, I'm talking about Immaculate Conception High School. Now, as I said, the prevailing norm was that the lighter complexion you were, is the more likely you would have access to education, right? So the Black masses were denied access, right? So you find that even in the department stores in Kingston and in the various rural towns, stores such as Myers, stores such as Batter, stores such as Woolworth, they would, for their sales rep, they would prefer people from a lighter complexion. And the positions that were more labor intensive, like work in the stock room or in the warehouse, being a cleaner, or being a message boy or a delivery boy, those would be reserved for people from the darker complexion or people from the bottom of the social ladder. So that was the prevailing norm in Jamaica at the time. Now, you find that after independence in 1962, this somewhat changed, and it changed drastically because of some of the national Black pride movement, such as the Rastafarian movement and the Black Power movement. These movements challenged color biases within the society. And also by 1962, when we got independence, you find that trade unions would often challenge work discrimination on the basis of color. So post independence, the situation improved. But you also find that the prevailing system, such as employment, would be determined by what elite schools you went to, and some social clubs and hotels such as the Myrtle Bank Hotel. People who frequent it was like a social hub or a social center in Kingston. So people who frequent the Myrtle Bank hotels, they would make a networking. So when it comes to employment, that network system would come into play, and then their relative or their friends would get the jobs. But remember, those persons who would be frequent visitors to Myrtle Bank Hotel, or who belong to some of the clubs such as the Ligani Club, clubs such as the Constant Spring Golf Club. These clubs would also act as a form of networking for employment within the society. So that was what 1940s to early 1960s looked like in Jamaica. As I said, it was accepted as being something normal. All right. And so you find that the majority of the population was kept out of the economy, so to speak, because of the color of their skin and because of lack of adequate education. You can also look at, there are some works such as Orlando Patterson have some writing, some books, books such as The Sociology of Slavery, and you have books such as Nettleford has a book by the name of Mirror Mirror, Identity, Race, and Protests in Jamaica. You also have a book by Edith Clark called My Mother Who Fathered Me. You also have books. There's also a book by Barry Shevans, has to do with Jamaica Black Power and the new identity movement. That's the name of the book. So there are some works you can look at for further readings. But until we meet again, I will discuss the Black Power movement in Jamaica, and I will also do a video on Walter Rodney. God bless you.
Pastor Sandra is always doing some good work. But I really hate to hear Jamaicans speak a lot of the time, especially when they speak proudly of a country which they know nothing of. Especially when they speak proudly of a country which they have no place in. Because most of us Jamaicans don't have a place in Jamaica. And when I say a place in Jamaica, I mean we're just there as tenants. We're not land owners, we're land holders. We're just there to make profit off. We just continue to pay debt. We bleach, it no make no difference. Them still know so we know it's bigger bleach, we bleach. We try the education thing and we still have to bend over for them or drop with zip us to get up the ladder. Enough of we grow up in that era that we should talk about no say. If you did black, you couldn't in a bank, you couldn't work on TV. Maybe you could be a nurse or a teacher. But you couldn't work in a bank, you couldn't go on TV. Other than nursing and teacher, you couldn't have some facing role where you face the public. We're still, you don't notice that we don't get on the economic ladder, the same higgler The same higglers that we were, we are still are. No change. And because we no upskill, we think in Jamaica. Because we no read, we no upskill with thinking. So we still lagging in the same old festa. That's why everybody can come kick with and jump over with. Look on Chinese and Indian how they come in Jamaica can do well and we still depend Dr. Walla. It's engineered. It is engineered. But we, Jamaica, allow this engineer hardship to perpetuate itself. Because we have handed over our power to these people. We not stand up for nothing at all. Nothing. We just gave over ourselves to them like that. To the point where we walk and talk, we say we live in a democracy. We're owned by a wife and a husband. Jamaicans and Nigerians, do you all understand how stupid you sound when you open your mouth? Jamaicans and Nigerians, do you understand how stupid you sound to the rest of the world? Well, because both of you have this robust roll your shoulder attitude when you speak to the world. One of the two worst countries in the world, you know, Jamaica and Nigeria. One of the two worst countries. We don't need to tone down one and talk to a Jankro. Nigeria, you just show everybody say you sell with slavery, you know. Nigeria, Tinubu, Ebola Tinubu. Your men will go to prison in Burkina Faso, or they will face the death penalty in Burkina Faso. It's as simple as that. Because nobody at the United Nations or the Security Council, Ebola Tinubu, will pass a resolution that will allow you to invade Burkina Faso. However, you can step outside of that and follow the French and the Americans and be that bully, that giant you call yourself of Africa. Giant of dirt road and generators, Nigeria. Giant of what you call it, something there, contaminated environment, Nigeria, because uno politician uno allow shell to contaminate Nigeria. Giant of Nigeria, giant of Africa, in the G20. President Abraham Traore I go do something. I just want that old dead man. We're going to send Tinubu back to cemetery, you know. Nigeria, we are going to send Tinubu back to the cemetery. We're hoping to send Andrew Holness to the prison as well, but we certainly are going to send back Tinubu to the cemetery. Because Nigerians want to roll them shoulder when them speak to people. And they don't go place on the fence to go seek a leader in a elect a leader in a cemetery. And then you want to talk to the world like want to have somebody saying or collected and make decision. What the fuck you all are talking about? Nigerians and Jamaicans, you all need to shut the fuck up. You're a bunch of corrupted, beggy porter without fraud, hand out yourself for government corruption, bastards. Because this is why no country can so. If we did a fight like they hated them, to mash up that backside to make sure, say, if we can't enjoy, none of us can enjoy it around here. But look at Andrew Holness and Bola Tinubu, just a roll over and a kiss these little old perverted pedophile and homosexual white man ass. Look pan Mac, look pan France. France is run by two homosexual. America is run by a mad pedophile. And at them a push some little black pussy around where one come talk to we. Oh, no, Jamaica and Nigeria people know. Hey, roll your fucking voice down when you're talking to us, Jamaicans and Nigerians. Roll your tone down. You understand? Because when on a roll, when Batman and pedophile give one order, when on a right for talk to with no low advice, Jamaican and Nigeria, on a roll on a tone down, man. Roll it down. When I look at batties and sissies, roll it down when I talk to it. I'm going to show no one another look at batty fish. Where is the other batty fish? You don't know what flight green get out of the body action, yeah, no. Listen to Lady Shia body. Big tits Fifi. Big tits Fee. I don't think Fifi watched back our video them. You all look stupid. You can just stand and talk. Your hand. Look at Fifi and her tits. Look at Fifi, her tits and her hands. Come on, Fee.
So what's happening behind me is work by the NWA in party.
Tits and her Fee and her tits.
You know, the sea would have come in from Hurricane Melissa and split this road in half, separating the community. It has been a long road to get us.
Mother heifer, keep your hand in your pocket. You're not a bloody choir conductor. Keep your hand in your pocket. You're not a choir conductor. Your hand going east, west, north, south, upside. It don't explain anything to us. Whoever learn you about body language communication, tell them say Global TV say they make you look like a fucking fool of yourself, even though you are one anyway. Otherwise, the tits wouldn't be that big.
Back here, but thankfully the work is accelerating. So now we're creating a seawall to stop the flow of water from the sea into the pond and vice versa. Then we will do a restoration of the road. This is a temporary solution until we come up with a more substantial engineering solution. But thankfully today,
you see real communication, Flight Green. Your body language synchronized with where you talk. So your mouth and your hand now synchronize. You use your hand to help you explain something in the graphic sense of it. Your hand's not explaining anything there. Beloved, big titty Fifi, your hand not explaining anything there. And it just said to us that you look like a bloody dwarf and a fool.
people can use this channel to walk across. So we are connecting the communities again. But I thank the residents for the patience. They know this has been a difficult journey, but step by step, we are getting there together.
Yeah, we know say I go use this election campaign. Because we know the campaign clip them in a Flight Green. JLP, we know the campaign clip them. We know they clip them on a grown, go collect for campaign. We no idiot. A long time we are par, we don't know. A long time we are par with big tits Fifi, so we know the wickedness of him. Do we have anybody else to tackle this morning? Let me see who else there for tackle. Come in, I don't know where. Venezuela, wait pan for Bam, Jamaica and Trinidad. I honestly don't know. This is a John for him say, I know. We not go get nowhere upon this, you know. Allness say, we the people of Jamaica to pick up the responsibility. And Jamaica people don't understand the meaning of a riot. The meaning of putting fear into the government. The people really don't understand that. Because to say, the Prime Minister said the displaced people them must find a way for himself, but he need to school them. Now the Americans are telling us that of their $22 million worth of aid, 2.5 million US dollar provide critical shelter and water sanitation, hygiene supplies, and to protect displaced homes. Another $4.5 million delivering food aid, critical logistics, and telecom support to ensure fast, effective disaster relief. The Hope Project, another $2 million providing access to essential water, sanitation, hygiene, restoring primary health, and all that jazz. IMO, United Nations Organization of Migration, provide $4.5 million. And all of what I'm saying here, that's the US $22 million package. Provide shelter and debris clearance to communities hit by Melissa. IFRC, $3 million providing life-saving shelter, essential aid, and immediate support to affected community. UNICEF, $2.5 million, ensuring children and family have access to life-saving water, sanitation, hygiene, nutritional protection, and all of that jazz. Transportation, $1 million for USG relief, flight delivery, hygiene kits, shelter fixes, and strap for 60,000 people. Shelter fixes and strap for 60,000 people. Shelter fixes and straps. That mean things to repair your shelter and strap down your roof. I know that are the understanding. Maybe me don't. But anybody understand what that mean? Talk what it mean. Haiti Air Ambulance mobilizing aircraft to deliver aircraft communication and reach hard access communities. So the aid that the United States and a lot of the other countries provide, a lot of material is there to assist people to repair their shelters or to make temporary homes or to make makeshift homes or whatever. The government do, which is forcing everybody out of school who don't have anywhere to go, who the government is not making any way of helping them. The government is still telling them, you have until the end of the month to go where, Andrew Holness? Where? To go where? Where is all this aid, Prime Minister, that would have allowed you to help those people to construct even a little rat trap? The container galang in them where you say you buy. Like, if we not take needs, we not go Jamaica people. You think to say if the Prime Minister not give food for need, if we not do needs, the Prime Minister not give food. You think we will get container house without needs? So either you're going to have to take the mark of the beast, or you're going to have to sleep out of door. It's your choice. Me not make it for you. But me going tell you. Me going tell you what it is and what it could be. Jamaica. We don't understand, so we are surrounded. You see all of me telling us, so we're surrounded. You see all of me telling you, Jamaica, so we're surrounded. That's why it is so depressing. If you see the time when me want about for 2 years now, we're in the middle of it and it don't look like the people who are affected really understand what is going on or really understood or is catching on to what I've been saying for 2 years. When I'm lucky, me I go take a week rest. Debbie, and how you do? Me I go take a week rest because to say Jamaica people comfortable with them bro God. Jamaica people comfortable with them devil. And if the people them comfortable with them devil, and me go yank the devil out of their hand and out of their mouth, then they me go turn for me. Then me go turn for me. If me go yank the devil out of their hand and out of their mouth. Because nobody now watch where it go. PMP still think PMP, Labour still think Labour. Nobody now think Jamaica. Nobody is thinking Jamaica. Nobody is thinking about the future. But you see, anytime the Prime Minister taught the part where I go make people see, say, all right, a business for you. That's the time when I'm going to be quiet. That's the time when I'm going to be quiet, when the Prime Minister is in full swing. That's when I'm going to be quiet, because to say, people have to stick you in your eye before you realize there's a danger. How much more the Prime Minister go stick you in our eye to realize Jamaica, so we're upon a path of no return. Even though we can do something about it now, but if we allow it to continue go on, we're going to lose everything that we hold dearly. Our rights, our life, our lands, our freedom, our liberties. We are going to lose so much. But them say me a propagandist. But them say we vloggers are propagandists. But ask the government why you won't drop the need situation when the court say for drop it. Chuka say we are propagandists. Ask your government, even when the court said to him, say, drop it. Drop it. The Prime Minister is using all sorts of disastrous or devastating circumstances to push that very same thing on you. Something that is not going to make one iota of difference to your life and any of the service you get or accept. It won't make any other service better in Jamaica. The road them are go still bad. We still now go have light. The price of things are go still high. Government are go still corrupt. Police are go uniform are go still tight. Nurse are go still arrogant, wicked, and fierce. It won't change anything. Even though we may have to show it to access them service, but it's still gonna be the same old chaka. The money we are waste, but then again, not talk about wasting money with needs. If the government can take up so much money, lend JPS, and then JPS take up fuel money, take up 150 million US of fuel money, lend JPS take you go drink a bar, pour it out a go-go shop, and gamble it out a load bar. And then JPS said to we same one will lend JPS 150 million US. Uno have to go collect $77. Collect 77% from each of them. Make we make up to pay them back. What can go so? So what we gain? Because the light with them for them a work pan, we not get none. And even when you come back in and stand for more than 2 hours, and they gone again. And they come on for 2 hours, and they gone again. Giant superpower of the Caribbean, where you can provide light, your road them can drive pan. Giant of Africa is a generator society. Is a red dirt, is a dirt road society. Why don't Nigerians and Jamaicans shut up and make me live in peace? Why don't Jamaicans and Nigerians shut up? Me not celebrate the nonsense that Debian, them Christopher Columbus economic money making galangin. Every holiday is money making for the white man. Me no look left nor right pan. No, any day you hear them put one day, anything you hear them put on one day. It's about the white man economy, whether it's Mother's Day, Father's Day, birthday, any day, Christmas Day, Easter, any day you hear the white man create, are the white man benefit. Are the white man economy benefit out and day them. So I mean, look on them and those bullshit. At least I hope and everybody will gone them belly full of junk and kangaroo tail and rooster and the plastic rice from China and James. Because we don't have no normal food in Jamaica. Look here, we are people we know to say food. A lot of food, especially fruit, is a fruits and vegetables. Some other of them is a seasonal galangin. And then depend which shelf every day. Ask Bill Gates where I use make them. Jamaica people. Me no so no can go in a slavery, you know. But do you understand what you're getting yourself into? If slavery did nice, why you think we forefathers fight for hundreds of years to get out of it? Why you think then jump over the ship in the deep? Why you think then join hands together? And when they, I don't remember which one of the island where they carry the slave them pan. And then join hands together and walk them way back into the deep and all of them drown themselves. Why you think we take so much drastic action in those times? You think we couldn't take those drastic action? We just hand over ourselves to Andrew Wholeness and Judith Wholeness just so. And then you know one going like, we're an independent country, my Jamaica, brand Jamaica, sweet. What's sweet about Jamaica? What is sweet about Jamaica when we live from hand to mouth? What is sweet about Jamaica when we don't have road for walk and we don't have hospital for go? What is sweet about Jamaica? Tell me. Jamaica is a beautiful country, of course. I'm not denying that. Every country you go, there's some beauty about it. Jamaica is not the only place who have beautiful beaches. Beautiful beaches that you can go on. We are the only person in the Caribbean with own beach. Jamaicans, shut up. Shut up, Jamaican. It irritating when us, especially when they don't slaughter on us speak. If maybe somebody were getting a relationship with people, I could never talk to a dunce, neither an overly bright person. When I say overly bright person, you know the one them where the education up them backside and them eat it and them fart it. Them one they were too passions tush and get lost in the education. Me can't deal with them, and me can't deal with you if you're too extra dunce. If you don't have reasonability, which labor rights don't have, too extra dunce, man. At least labor right. You deserve to have a little reasonability so no children them can grow out of the level of dunceness you want to nationalize in our country. You can't nationalize so much, man. You cannot nationalize so much around we. Good God Almighty. We know so no dunce. Don't make dunceness a culture in our country, labor rights. Uno see in this open era, it's embarrassing for uno. Don't make another generation come up and embarrass no children them. This was why our parents sent me to school, because my mother could not read. But my mother makes sure all of her children can read. All. Uno cannot do this service to no children them, man. Look at a whole parliament of dunce labor rights. A whole country of dunce labor rights that sees nothing off with the prime minister, sees nothing questionable about the prime minister's behavior. When you try break the cycle, labor right? Labor right? Try break the cycle. Try break it. Because trust me, it's not going to do your children any good. Because the Jamaica will only protect Anjo. The Jamaica will only protect Anjo. Figure with was, uno now go escape it. And make me tell you something. It will go worse for uno. Because you see, true, uno now go can beg money the time there. Labor rights. You see, too, uno now go can beg the time there when the Prime Minister gone cashless. Me no know how now go manage. So no better plan for Tottenham leaf and drink stream water for now. Because if you stay in that mindset there, you might as well go down pound of 4 foot like an animal and graze. Because the ungo grazing go free, you know. If they not move you out of the space. The only thing is going to be free if they get them way is grazing in the forest. Because you can't come nowhere near government own. And if you no labor rights still hit up another mindset, you no go and have a plan for go down pound of 4 foot and graze. Because begging soon cut out labor rights. Uno realize pan churching out on the belly, uno hand then rub on the belly. Them something that soon cut out. The $5,000 wanna beg for God KFC soon cut out. So soon and very soon grass uno MP go no for vote for them. Idiots. And don't think uno safe on the judgment need a PNP. Because not just as bad. Because you see this one Marky G and this one Brogard bullshit. Them two rich man there. You see when the tightening of society come, when they remove cash, you know, and all of the bank crash, Mark Gold and Andrew Holness buy up for them virtual assets and all of them something they are ready. And them cryptos and them whatever. It now go affect them. For them money invest in a properties and golds and rocks and all sort of thing. When the bank crash with feel like a farden. When the bank crash with feel like a farden. And you go over upon the social credit system. The little peanut where you go having on the social credit after employment. And anything what the government can do when want to do with you. The problem is though people don't understand. This system where we're talking about the social credit system, it's already operating in China, you know. We're not talking about a myth. It's operating in China and other places. I think, is it Singapore or wherever? Or Indonesia. Is it Indonesia? But one of them. But a lot of these things are in place already. It's just that Andrew Holness, that's how we know Andrew Holness couldn't lose, because Andrew Holness signed up for the devil's agenda and him give him willingness to push it. Him give him willingness to execute it at all means necessary if it means that the country and Andrew Holness go at war and the Americans have to come and put we down to keep Andrew in place. They are planned for that. It might sound far-fetched and brutal, but you must prepare for even that as well. If we stand up against Andrew Holness, the Americans will come in and put us down. But it mustn't mean that it don't mean so we must stand up. We're going dead one day. So if I dead, you're not afraid, go on in a slavery in peace. If I dead, you're afraid, go on in a slavery in peace. But we make them shot me on the battlefield. It's as simple as that. But if I dead, you're not afraid, go on in a slavery in peace. But when you don't reach there, when you don't sing the amazing grace, Jesus, keep me near the cross and nothing. Just stay there in peace. Because somehow, if you never understand history, One wouldn't so fucking silent. If one ever understand history, one wouldn't be so silent, but one gut. One gut. One gut and one gob is more important than one picnic them future. Me I come go about my business and go take a week rest. One can go on. One can go on. This government will go kill you off. This government is going to kill us off because we're not a united people. We're still divided. We're still labor right PNP, and those who don't business with neither labor right or PNP. And you still have those uptown, oh, we're too posh and all that to get involved with the squabble of those locked down there. It's going to come to a head though, you know, Jamaica. Don't think that these illiterate idiots in Jamaica will be sleeping forever. There certainly will be a flick of a switch one day, Andrew Holness. That much I can promise. As dunce and backwards as you see we be. One day we just have to pop out ourselves so and bust sweat like BG. All hell break loose in a Jamaica where we not broke down, we just burn down. And any demon in our way, we just get rid of it. And go on. It will happen, you know. Mark, me tell you. You may think a fool God again. Prime Minister, if it not happen, if it don't happen, unless you dead before me, but it will happen. Trust me. Only a matter of, as me say, no, we're not far. Because right here now, you provoke it. I just look a biggie political tribalist, them, you know. You see, if we drop political tribalism tomorrow, hey, Labour and PNP would have just a shake and a piss up themselves. So, if we ever become a nationalized country where its nationalism is with politics, you would see Labour and PNP standing in front of us, pissing themselves, because then they know it's no longer about these two crooked mother set of fuckers. It's about the people of Jamaica, and we will be prepared to cut your fucking heads off if it's not about us. You see any day the people then wake up? You see any day, all you, Andrew, you better have a blood clot capped up on your house. Because I know you now will get the chance to run through that gate. Do you hear me? Neither run nor drive through. So make sure you have a helicopter on your house and you have enough petrol in there. That may I tell you. Anyway, globalists, thank you all for being here. We're not going to say end of year to you because we'll be back before the end of the year. We're only taking a week break. We will be back before 2026 when Andrew Holness will have only 4 more years to implement the ungodliness in our country. For those of you who are very warm to Vision 2030, you might also want to not read what the Prime Minister says about Vision 2030, but read what the United Nations says about Jamaica Vision 2030. Just type in United Nations, UN Vision 2030, Jamaica. Just type it in and it will provide you information. All right? Don't go make the Prime Minister declare war upon me, say me spread false information and all of that. Go and read for your damn self. The time when I walk and beg, politician, go pick up a book and read. Go learn ABC. Go learn grammar and punctuation. It will assist you in your information gathering. It will assist you in your critical thinking. But when you think and say, boy, what you can do for me, big man? Big man, I go tell you, say, drop your blood clot pants, pussy. You not beg too much. It irritates me. It really irritates me how Jamaica young people turn little beggar and pole dancers and prostitute and an ungo politician the benefit. Don't you think that's fucking irritating? Anyway, globalists, thank you all for being here this morning. Join us back to the hour. Today is Wednesday. So we probably come back on by early next week. Yeah, probably we'll be back on by next Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to take the whole hog. We're going to take the whole hog. Anyway, make sure to hit the like button and thank you very much for watching. Join us back next Wednesday as we continue the war between we and the Babylon them. But Jamaica people, if we want to go to hell, headway like Bingy, then it's up to we. But be sure we have a prime minister to take us there. Marcus Garvey says, unite or all of you will perish, including losing your lands, your home, and your little piece of freedom on that rock. The same set of people who say they discover that land and they found you in Africa swinging on trees and eating leaves and animals and all of that. It's the same set of people coming back to own the wealth of that little piece of rock, Jamaica. Unite or perish.
Oh, my peace. God of my salvation. Because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with us. Rastaman throw one stone and it make a bad feeling to all wicked men. That's a people day. Make a man throw one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I care.
Carlos is fine, Carlos is in Jamaica, but he's not doing a lot of YouTube live. But if you check out his Facebook, he's doing lives on his Facebook. So he's the same Jamaican Carlos on Facebook. So you can keep track of him on Facebook. That's where he is mostly doing live while being in Jamaica.
Oh, what a plan! Take man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. So, my favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see. They didn't sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. Big man throw one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Big man throw one stone and they bring a bad feeling. Too long in our little ghetto, run keep going on less process. For children of Israel do really love right. That's why I as a watching man around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel. I she never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, night. We gonna cast down Babylon walls. Prepare every the way. Prepare every the way for jumping. Let's go. Fight down. He said Rastafari, war and cry, and do that righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, Jah Rastafari, and we love Jah, Rastafari, and we love Jah, we love Jah, Jah Rastafari, we love Jah, Rastafari, we love people. Put time away. Put time
Yes,
away.
those of you who want to keep up with the call-ups, just go
Listen,
to his
just a try and I have to watch a man around Babylonian wall.
5 million yards.
Oh, children of Israel. I should never hold thy peace, but we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna pass down Babylon gates. Prepare we the way. Prepare we the way for Rastafari. Fight down, war and fight. Fight down, war and fight. Rastafari, war and fight. And build up righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Rastafari. We love God. And we love Jah. Me love Jah. Rastafari. Me love Jah. Rastafari. We love God. Me love Jah. Rastafari.